Good day, happy travelers. Today we are talking about shore excursions in Haines, Alaska for Norwegian Cruise Line. So if you're watching this, you're kind of thinking about, or you are booked on a cruise going to Alaska, but you see Haines is on the stop and you want to see what there is to do. So the purpose of this video is to show you exactly that. We'll start at the top here. There's some featured excursions. And what I like about Norwegian Cruise Lines is they give you a summary page. On some of the other providers, you kind of got to dig deep, click each link to see what there is to do. Right in the Norwegian Cruise Lines, if you go to their homepage, you can hit explore and you can see shore excursions. And with that, you can see the time, you can see the activity level, you can see the price for adults and kids. No, my experience with Norwegian Cruise Lines is the price that you see is the price that you get. Very similar to Carnival, if you're familiar with their pricing structure. Not unusual as things start to sell out that the price may increase. But there isn't necessarily any sales other than, it seems like forever, Norwegian has had a sale where if you buy one of their packages, it comes with 50% off. No, $50 off per room per port. So that, I guess that's the sale, right? But Eagle, Preserve, Raft Floating, and Adventure. So we'll click on more details here to see what, so you get bigger versions of the price. You can see that it is 4 hours, what you will see, what you need to know. Alaska, yeah, there's some rain. If you have some folks in your party with mobility concerns, this says, hey, do not take them there for that. So if you're interested in seeing bald eagles, well, you are in luck. What about a Glacier Point Wilderness Safari? Now, unlike the Caribbean, if you've only ever done Caribbean cruises, you know, the most expensive ones might have been to the Mayan temples or the ruins, or renting a private vehicle. Most of the excursions, and we got some doozies. I'll actually post a link to some other excursions in Alaska for other providers, just in case you're shopping around. But you'll see that the experience, the cost is very similar amongst the carriers and the providers. But this is a Glacier Point Wilderness Safari. You're going to see a whale jumping out of water. 5 hours, does come with a meal. And we'll scroll on down here and you'll see that it's the longest and deepest fjord, and that this is a very challenging excursion. So again, not available for the folks in a wheelchair. Quarter-mile walk, 75 minutes of canoeing. So you're going to be out in the thick of it on this particular excursion. And what I like about the Haines Highlights tours, this is, imagine you're a chocolate shopper, right? You want like coconut, but you might want to try vanilla, strawberry, or caramel ones with nuts. Highlights are great. You get in a vehicle, they're going to take you around to see everything. $149 for everybody, 3.5 hours, and you're going to see the sights. And they just can't emphasize enough to dress warmly. And again, if you have wheelchair guests, this tour is not available to wheelchair guests. And if you have folks in your party with some mobility concerns, just be mindful that this one will be challenging. So just nothing worse than spending a lot of money on an excursion that you cannot enjoy. We got another featured one here of a wildlife refuge. You get to see some deer. On this particular excursion, we haven't seen any reviews yet. So Norwegian, unlike Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, you don't necessarily get to see reviews, but Carnival and Norwegian do. If someone has posted a review, you will see the review. If you're looking for a native culture experience, a little hands-on, get in there and make some Native American, some personalized items there. $189 per guest, 2.5 hours, does come with a meal. If you're into hiking, you want to see the sights of Haines there, 3.25 hours. And again, this is adventure level 3, so even in the summary page, you know that it's going to be well, it says a hike, so I just assume that there is going to be stuff that require 2 miles of hiking. So there's definitely going to be a level of effort there. But if you like combining hiking with biking, and what goes with hiking and biking, brews, of course, and it's $60 cheaper for kids. So I guess the brews is $60. So $189 for adults, $129 for kids. 4 hours long there, and you will go off and you will see what there is to see at Haines. Another kayaking experience, $169 for adults and kids. I want to see a bear hunting for fish with his kids on a bicycle, $129 for adults, 3 hours long. And there you go, we caught a fish. The fish is like, whoop, there we go. So that is a excursion there for the bikers. What if you want to be on wheels, but you don't want to be like powering it? There's a UTV adventure there, $209 for an adult, $179 for kids. 4 hours long. You can see bald eagles, mountains, the whole 9 yards there. Got to be 21 years or older. Minimum age is 12. Maximum weight is 300 pounds for the UTV. So that is all good to know information. And how about some whales and lighthouse tales? $259 for an adult, $199 for kids, 2.5 hours long, and you are off to see all the things listed here. Yeah, so about 1 to 2 steps to get on the vessel, some ramps, so there is some wheelchair accommodations there that this one might be appropriate for. So if you're going to Haines, you're on Norwegian Cruise Line, you're stopping in Haines. If you're thinking of the Alaskan experience, or if you don't have no idea what the Alaskan experience is, wildlife, water, fjords, mountains, and you're going to get it everything, every which way. So if you want to do it by foot, by bike, by boat, by whatever, you're going to get the full experience here. So I hope you saw something you'd like to do. And until the next video, I hope you travel safely.